And now, our feature presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2022 FITT CITP Anniversary Gala. Tonight is a night to celebrate and recognize the hard work and achievements of our incredible team, with special guest appearances by FITT President and CEO CITP Caroline Tompkins, President and CEO at EDC Mairead Lavery, Chair of the FITT Board of Directors ALBERTO QUIROZ, and Chief Trade Commissioner and Assistant Deputy Minister of Global Affairs Canada, Sara Wilshaw. It's now time to sit back and enjoy the show. Please welcome your host for this evening's gala, Jody Litvak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, international trade professionals, FITT staff, board members, partners, collaborators, and friends. I am thrilled to welcome you to FITT's inaugural CITP Anniversary Gala, and don't you all look fantastic tonight. My name's Jody Litvak, and tonight is an evening of celebration, and I can't wait to get this party started. We have an exciting 90 minutes lined up for you, including special guest presenters. Caroline Tompkins, CITP and FITT President and CEO. Mairead Lavery, President and CEO at Export Development Canada. ALBERTO QUIROZ, CITP and the Chair of FITT's Board of Directors. And Canada's Chief Trade Commissioner and Assistant Deputy Minister, Sara Wilshaw. This show would not be complete without our incredible cast of superstars. That's you, our international trade community. All of those beautiful faces that I see on the screens right now. Some of those faces are our CITPs celebrating their milestone anniversary. You are our Hollywood A-listers. Stay tuned as we have some exciting surprises in store. Get settled, get comfortable, and now it's time to enjoy the show. But first, we have some housekeeping items. We are all familiar with Zoom, so feel free to use the chat to introduce yourselves. Send a private message to another attendee or share a message with the group. The choice is yours to turn on your camera tonight, but since many of you chose to put on your best formal attire, likely for the first time in probably 2 years, we encourage you to keep your cameras on. As well, please note that this live stream event will be recorded. You will also notice 2 hashtags on the screen. Hashtag CITP Gala 2022 and hashtag FITTIS30. Please snap some photos during the broadcast and tag FITT and use the 2 hashtags on social media. Let's show the world how great our international trade community is and how much fun we're having. There will be a prize at the end of the show for the best photo tag to FITT's social media accounts, and you've got to use the 2 hashtags that we've included.
Without further ado, I am honored to introduce the individual who is truly going to get this party started. You all know her and you all love her. She has been at the helm of this great organization and been instrumental in transforming FITT into an international success over the past 25 years. Drum roll, please. It's my pleasure to welcome Miss Caroline Tompkins, CITP and FITT President and CEO.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you for that lovely introduction, and hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming to this amazing event. It is amazing because with all that has been going on in the world these past couple of years, and more recently, we need to find reasons to celebrate. And what better reason than to celebrate FITT's 30th anniversary and the CITPs that have made FITT what it is today. A lot has changed in the world since 1992 when FITT was first created. And we've come a long way since then. But what hasn't changed is the continued need for competent and trustworthy international business practitioners like you to help companies navigate the changing dynamics of trade. That is why, after 30 years, we are still here to build our international trade community of professionals who are helping companies navigate the risks of trade and thereby supporting the growth of global economies. When FITT started, we had a mission to improve the way international trade was done. Or more simply, as FITT's founding father and CITP Dieter Hallwig said, we wanted to give people access to hands-on practical knowledge of international trade, especially how to do it well and profitably, and protecting yourself and your companies from the associated risks. With Dieter's guidance, this mission was tackled with passion and dedication by a small and ambitious team who have grown and expanded to make FITT what it is today, the international standard for trade training and certification. We are humbled by your presence here and are incredibly proud of the diversity of our CITP community and the work you all do in supporting global economies. This occasion, our 30th anniversary, is also amazing for the CITP designation, which was created 6 years after FITT in 1998. Since that time, it has become the most unique and most distinguished designation for trade practitioners around the world. CITPs are recognized for their international trade management expertise and have been a critical part in FITT's success. We are truly honored to recognize all CITPs of the past 24 years. When we first envisioned the CITP designation, international trade was one of the oldest professions in the world and the least recognized. We knew that creating a professional designation for trade practitioners would be groundbreaking and an opportunity for people like you from around the world to be formally recognized for your global business expertise. So back in 1997, 1998, when we were assessing whether a professional designation was needed, would industry accept it, and how much rigor should it entail, many industry experts told us that they recognized just how unique the knowledge and skills were when it came to succeeding in international trade, and that they were looking for a professional status to recognize this uniqueness, just like accountants and engineers are recognized by their professional designations. The FITT Board looked at the research and agreed that the obvious evolution was to take our international trade training standards to the next level by formalizing the practice of international trade with the creation of a professional designation, the CITP. When speaking of the creation of the CITP, there is one colleague of mine, past colleague of mine, who I had the pleasure of working with in the development of the designation. And she cannot go unrecognized for her vision and her dedication in helping create this credential. Christina Nichols, we thank you for the work you did, the hard work you did in 1997 and 1998 to ensure that FITT was offering a credible and viable professional designation. Thank you, Chris. So through FITT, Canada was the first organization in the world to create a professional designation for trade practitioners. Now, 24 years later, the CITP is the global standard of excellence for trade professionals, and it is now time to take this to the next level by securing ISO 17024 accreditation. Achieving ISO 17024 will visibly position FITT as a leader in the certification of trade professionals and set our designation apart from other organizations that claim to offer the same. And while in 2023, when our revised ISO compliant certification framework is launched, new CITPs will have a bit more rigor to go through than those of you who are celebrating today. However, all CITPs will benefit from this international accreditation of FITT as a certifying body. Not only will it increase the value of the FITT and CITP brands on a global scale, it will confirm to all stakeholders that the CITP designation that you hold dear has been developed to the highest standards available for certification bodies. This in turn will enhance the global credibility of the CITP by demonstrating the legitimacy, integrity, and value of the CITP. And then more specifically, the individuals, you, who carry the designation with honor and pride. The board's decision to pursue ISO 17024 accreditation is another part of the evolution of FITT that we are so proud of. But more than that, we are proud of all of you, all the CITPs that have been part of its creation while bringing value to the global communities we serve. So now on to you, the CITPs. This year, we have 30 individuals who are celebrating more than 20 years as a CITP. We have 17 individuals that are celebrating 15 years as a CITP, 29 who are celebrating 10 years, and 58 CITPs who have just reached their 5-year anniversary as a CITP. This is just an outstanding number of people who have worked tirelessly in their training and careers. We're so impressed with all of you and look forward to celebrating all CITP anniversaries in the years to come. There are just too many extraordinary professionals, amazing CITPs to mention them all, but I would like to mention a few this evening or today, depending where you're calling in from. I'd like to mention those who took a leap of faith with us back in 1998. It may not surprise you that in year one, when we first launched the CITP designation, we only had 14 people to celebrate. They were the risk takers, the brave ones, the ones that broke new ground. The individuals knew that we were breaking new ground with this designation. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody understood what it was. So they were truly the pioneers of the CITP designation. And of these 14, while many of them have retired since, there are 6 of these brave individuals that 24 years later are still certified international trade professionals. And I'd like to mention them today. Robert Greaves, Mairead Corey, Charlie Janther, Rodney Dulugas, Martha Nelson, and Anastasia Lim. Thank you for taking the leap of faith with us all those years ago, and thank you for your continued commitment to the profession of international trade. So I'm so happy to see so many familiar faces and names in the crowd, and I have to say that everybody's looking really good in your formal or not so formal attire. And I'm hoping that these Zoom filters are really making most of us look about 20 years younger, or at least that's what I'm hoping it's doing for me. I think they're wonderful. So before we move on to hearing our first guest speaker and the festivities of the event, I'd like to say enjoy the evening, enjoy this peer-to-peer engagement, and have fun. We have lots of surprises for you, and don't forget to snap a picture and tag us on social media, hashtag CITP Gala 2022 and hashtag FITT is 30, and share any great stories and memories you have from FITT. We really do appreciate hearing from you always, always. So switching gears now, I want to introduce our guest speaker, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our first guest speaker, our dear friend, Mairead Lavery. Mairead is the first woman to occupy Export Development Canada's chief executive role in its 75-plus year history. She was appointed president and CEO of EDC in 2019. And under her direction, Canada's Export Credit Agency has pursued ambitious objectives, achieved strong growth, and helped more Canadian companies do business in 200 markets around the world. Before taking on her current role at EDC, Mairead, along with Carl Burlock of EDC, understood that to support the growth of global economies, building international trade was and remains a critical element to ensuring the trade success of Canadian companies. And with that understanding, she spearheaded the strategic alliance which brought us this EDC FITT Learning Centre. Mairead is a native of Northern Ireland, has a degree in management and accounting from Queen's University, and is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Ireland. And to add to the list of Mairead's accomplishments, I am very proud to announce that, on behalf of the FITT Certification and Accreditation Committee, she's been presented with an honorary CITP designation in recognition of her personal and professional contributions and dedication to Canada's international trade success. We are honored that Mairead has accepted this unique designation. Allow me now to welcome Mairead Lavery, honorary CITP, to the stage.
Thank you, Caroline, for your introduction, and thank you to the FITT Certification and Accreditation Committee, and Mr. Emiliano Intercasso, CITP, and International Business Advisor at EDC for the nomination, and to the FITT leadership for the invitation to join you all here today. I'm extremely pleased and proud to accept the Honorary Certified International Trade Professional designation. Thank you so much. And finally, to the other recipients being honoured here today, please accept my congratulations. Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. What a pleasure it is to join you for this event on this very special occasion. I don't have to tell you this gathering in particular what FITT is all about. But if I were speaking to someone unaware of the organisation, I would probably refer to FITT's statement of core purpose. In fact, I might be tempted to just focus on its first three words, fostering a community. That, right now, more than anything, is what I'm feeling. That word community, I believe, not only captures FITT's most important innovation, but its greatest strength as an instrument for the promotion of international trade. A community of professionals making a real difference, and a community that has been thriving for over 30 years of incredible change and increasing complexity. Over 3 decades, FITT has become the standard bearer for excellence and the champion for professionalism in our field. As evidence of this, there is no better example than FITT's own training program for Certified International Trade Professionals, the CITP. EDC's relationship with FITT is long-standing, and our enthusiasm for the CITP designation is unqualified. Within EDC right now, I am very proud to say we have around 40 CITP certified employees, and still counting. What brings me to the other distinction you have afforded me today, my designation as an Honorary Certified International Trade Professional. To be included among this growing yet still exclusive number of dedicated and highly trained professionals is a cause of tremendous pride. Thank you to those who nominated me, and of course to the FITT Certification and Accreditation Committee for choosing to grant me this very great privilege. It's an extraordinary honour, and I could not be more proud or grateful. As I mentioned, the history between FITT and EDC goes back further than the 5 years of our official partnership. But even deeper than our history is our shared ambition, growing international trade. This ambition and the FITT-EDC relationship have never been more vital to building the future of Canada's economy than it is right now. That's because over the last few years, EDC has identified a critical challenge that confronts our country. Today, as an exporter, Canada is underperforming. Over the last 2 decades, relative to our OECD peers, our share of global exports has been in decline. And this underperformance comes at a real cost. Just closing the gap between our share of global exports and the OECD average over the last 20 years would have delivered an additional $165 billion in Canadian exports for our economy. Ironically, some of the regions where we underperform are areas where we have the greatest exporting advantage, whether it's in terms of geographic proximity or pre-existing trade agreements. This includes large parts of Europe, as well as numerous markets in Asia and the Pacific Rim, including, of course, China. It also includes, believe it or not, our nearest neighbour and largest trading partner, the United States. EDC's own economics group calculates that meeting our export potential with just the US and China would deliver an additional $30 billion in annual exports to our country's trading portfolio. So how do we do this? How do we meet our export potential? Clearly we, the people who work in this world of international trade, have work to do. And I would like to take a few minutes to share with you the approach EDC is taking to address this challenge and the role that you can play in helping us. Last year, EDC implemented a new strategy, not a 1, 2, or even a 5-year strategy. It's a 10-year plan captured in a new vision. And our vision by 2030 that EDC will help Canada return to its place as a leader in international trade, building a stronger, better economy for all Canadians, is something we're very proud of at EDC. Beyond the ambition of this vision, there's something I hope you'll take particular note of. The vision isn't about making EDC bigger or even more competitive. It's not about setting up more offices or signing on more customers. It's about Canada. It's about the Canadian economy, and it's about Canadian exporters. And another important part of our 10-year strategy is how we will measure our success. That is not by how well EDC does, but how well Canada does. So we have set a target, not for EDC, but for our country. By 2030, it is our objective to increase Canadian annual exports by 60% over its 2020 total. Pretty daunting. So how do you do this? Well, let me share with you some of the ideas we have at EDC. First and foremost, you put all of your focus on your customers and their needs, not the products and services that you are selling, but on the issues and challenges of your customers and helping to solve them. Secondly, you understand that not all customers are the same, so you segment them. EDC has done that with small, medium, and large companies, allowing you to once again put that laser focus on meeting the particular needs of segments of customers. In other words, you go to where the customer's business is, addressing their business needs rather than hoping customers will come to you. And third, to accelerate export growth, you go to where the momentum already exists and you double down. In the world of Canadian exports, that strongest growth is among our mid-sized segment of companies. These are the companies that have already endured the challenges of starting up, have proven their viability, and they are ready to grow. At EDC, we will continue to always serve all sizes of companies, but it is this mid-sized group that we believe will have the biggest impact on Canada's overall exporting performance over the next 10 years. These are the companies that can support the success of smaller, younger businesses by including them in their supply chains, and they are the businesses that can grow into the next generation of large-scale exporters, carrying the Canadian flag around the world. Now, underpinning this focus on our customers is another important choice that EDC has made. Everything we do will have an unwavering focus on values, and values that extend beyond the bottom line. Values centered on human rights, on business transparency, and on the environment. We believe that a 60% increase in exports is only a worthy goal if it is a sustainable one. So where does an organisation like FITT and a programme like CITP belong in this kind of world-beating export strategy? Well, my answer is you're right at the heart of this strategy. Achieving the export objectives I've just outlined will only be possible if we all work as a team. And FITT's place on that team is self-evident. Let me reference again your statement of core purpose: fostering a community of trusted international trade professionals to support the growth of global economies. And your brand promise: creating and recognizing high performers in international trade to support the ways companies invest, grow, and compete in global markets. EDC cannot do this alone. Canadian success on the scale I have described will require a national effort, and it will demand the best of all of us. I include in that team effort, first and foremost, our Canadian exporters. But almost important, there must be that mature, knowledgeable, experienced, and steady ecosystem of support, there to help those exporters navigate an international trade environment that is growing more complicated and becoming even more dynamic day by day. A big part of that ecosystem is represented here with us today by Sara Wilshaw. Good evening, Sara. And the tremendous work done around the world by Canada's Trade Commissioner Service. And of course, there is FITT, the Forum for International Trade Training. For 30 years, your organisation has been true to its purpose. You have fostered a community of trade professionals. And that is what trade does. Trade builds communities. Trade done right brings people together. It sustains lives and livelihoods, it supports families and communities, and it builds a future. By working together to expand Canadian trade, we do one more thing that I think we can all easily get behind. We bring more of Canada to the world. To all of you at FITT, congratulations on 30 years of promoting the expertise, sharing the knowledge, and providing the inspiration that has accelerated so many careers and generated so much success in international trade. And to all of you, my fellow certified international trade professionals, let me say two last things. First, congratulations for being part of this community. By earning the CITP designation, you signal your dedication to delivering in the very best of advice, support and service to the businesses that compete in the remarkable arena that is global trade. You make those businesses better, and that is good for us all. The second and last thing I want to say is thank you. The kind of people who pursue this work in international trade generally have the talent and discipline that gives them a wide choice of careers. That's why I'm so grateful that you have chosen this career. International trade is better because you have made the choice to dedicate yourselves to this field. Knowing that you are out there doing the work that you do gives me even more confidence that our ambitious goals for Canadian exports are well within reach. So whether you're celebrating your 5th year as a trade professional or your 20th, congratulations and thank you for devoting yourself to this field. You are helping to build a bigger and better world of international trade, and I look forward to continuing this work with you as part of your community. Thank you for this great honour and for your attention to my remarks. I apologise I couldn't be with you in person this evening as I'm taking my first visit to visit my family in over 2 years, so I do apologise. I would have loved to have been at the gala. But enjoy the rest of your programme. Bonne soirée. À plus tard. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Mairead. Wonderful presentation. Next, we have a surprise in store for you. Some of our milestone CITPs have taken us behind the scenes as an international trade professional and shared their reflections on what the designation means to them. FITT would like to sincerely thank all contributors for providing us with a glimpse into your day-to-day. I'm sure some of you will recognize familiar faces.
It's been 20 years, and my name's Suzanne McCrimmon, and I can proudly say that I am a CITP. I became an economic development professional, where I still work in that field today. I work with small businesses, medium and large-sized companies to look and assist and advise them on how to expand and grow their market. My CITP designation, I was provided with that toolkit in order to assist these companies to be successful.
Just stepped out of the classroom teaching feasibility of international trade at our downtown campus here in Windsor. And this is often my daily view when I'm downtown at our downtown campus. Across the water here is our largest trading partner internationally, and this is of course the United States. And this Windsor-Detroit border, the land border, is the busiest border crossing in terms of value in goods in North America. And we living here are touched by international trade in some way every day. I still continue to consult companies in their international endeavors, whether it's assisting them in cross-cultural protocol or designing frameworks and for them in their export growth. My goal is really to ensure that professionals in the field have the best strategic tools available to them to navigate the complex and ever-changing international trade environment.
COVID didn't actually stop me from doing things. Actually, my business is still expanding, benefiting from the pandemic by serving my clients actually remotely through Microsoft Teams, Zoom, etc. One thing I should say about my CITP designation, added a lot, adding it to my profile, added a lot of credibility to what I do, and again, now many people in the world they understand what is certified international trade professional.
Hi, I'm Alia Valladares. I have been a CITP for 10 years. In my day-to-day activities, I assist Mexican, American, and Canadian companies to import and export into the NAFTA countries. I also consult these companies in how to interact with the people, the potential clients, and the culture. The CITP designation means to me to have the recognition that it's needed to interact with potential clients and also to interact with potential suppliers.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Jose Recinos, and I am a credit insurance underwriter at EDC, or Export Development Canada. Since 2016, I'm a certified international trade professional. My role is to consult with the legal department, consult with our social governance ESG department, making sure that there's no red flag. CITP means for me credibility, a better understanding of the world of international trade, and thirdly, it's being able to connect with other professionals, stay up to date, and network possibility.
Hi, my name is Leah Perry, and I am a certified international trade professional, earning my designation in 2016. I work at Mars Discovery District, which is North America's largest innovation hub. The CITP designation has brought a lot of value to my career, working in the startup ecosystem and community. Not all of the startups are exporting. I mean, some are not even selling and are still pre-revenue. But you have to export if you're a Canadian company and really want to make it big. And getting them excited about the opportunities international markets can bring to them, as well as being able to adequately discuss the risks that come with doing international business, but then also discuss the mitigants that are out there and what support is out there from the Canadian ecosystem so that they can thrive when selling internationally. That's helped a ton. And like I said, anything that I can do to support our startups out there and build more larger companies and a stronger Canadian brand is why I do what I do.
Mairead Lavery, Trade Commissioner, based here in Guadalajara, Mexico. I work with Global Affairs Canada, helping out Canadian clients to pursue their business development objectives here. Aujourd'hui, j'ai aidé un de nos clients de longue date pour faciliter certains contacts d'affaires, where I'm helping out Canadian clients to pursue their objectives in international business development. La désignation FITT ou CITP m'a permis en fait de développer différents angles, en fait de toucher à tous les angles du commerce international. Cette formation-là nous donne tous les angles pour pouvoir justement mieux aborder comme délégué commercial ou comme toute personne qui fait du développement d'affaires à l'international, de vraiment réfléchir, de vraiment se questionner comme entreprise ou comme conseiller, tout en tenant compte de tous les angles qui sont importants pour cette entreprise.
What a great video, and I certainly recognize some familiar faces. Thank you, FITT, for giving me the honor of recognizing and celebrating the CITPs in my community. My name is ALBERTO QUIROZ. I am a CITP and chair of FITT's Board of Directors. I am absolutely thrilled to see so many familiar trade experts connected here tonight. Many of you have been with me along my journey as an international trade professional, and I am grateful for FITT for providing a path through training and certification. When I came to Canada as an engineer, I didn't have Canadian experience, and the one job I could find was in international sales, exporting electrical equipment to South America. Not knowing how to give credit or collect from someone as far away as Chile, and not knowing how to ship equipment to a mine in the Andes, I took the FITT skills courses and obtained my certification as an international trade professional back in 1999. This opened many doors, and I'm truly grateful for the path my professional career has taken me on. So tonight, it gives me great pleasure to celebrate all of you who have chosen the path as CITP. We all know the designation stands as a symbol of both competency and credibility for global business professionals. Tonight, we are celebrating those CITPs who have reached a milestone in 2021. We are recognizing those professionals that have held the designation for 5, 10, 15, or 20 plus years. I would like to start by recognizing the 30 professionals who have held their designation for 20 plus years. You are the pioneers, and your loyalty and contributions have shaped our framework and enabled FITT to become the gold standard in international trade training and certification. On behalf of FITT and all of us, members of the international trade community, thank you, and a huge congratulations to you. Following closely, we have 17 CITPs who have received their designation in 2006. Congratulations to our CITP 15 Club. In this group of international trade experts, I also recognize many familiar names. Next, we would like to showcase the 29 CITPs that are celebrating their 10-year anniversary. Congratulations to our CITP 10-year milestones. And finally, we are thrilled to recognize those of you, 58 in total, that received your designation in 2016. We hope that the designation has opened new doors and provided you with the credibility that comes along with this industry-backed certification. To all of you CITPs, you have proven a thorough grasp of international trade processes, a commitment to global trade, a dedication to ethical business practices, and ongoing professional development. This has given your clients, employers, and colleagues added confidence in your global skills and knowledge. Let's give a round of applause to all of our milestone celebrants.
That was fantastic. Congratulations, CITPs. We are also proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. Now I'm honored to introduce another guest speaker from one of our most critical founding partners, the Trade Commissioner Service, an organization that FITT has worked with for over 30 years now. She will surely inspire us all and renew our commitment to use our skills and knowledge to help grow international business. Our next speaker is Sara Wilshaw, Canada's Chief Trade Commissioner and Assistant Deputy Minister at Global Affairs Canada. Sara leads a team of over 1,400 business-savvy experts in 160 offices across Canada and abroad, many of whom are with us today. Welcome. With over 26 years of experience in the federal government, Sara brings a wealth of experience to her role. She has served abroad as Consul General of Canada to South Central United States, as Trade Program Manager in New Delhi, as Counselor at Canada's Permanent Mission to the World Trade Organization in Geneva, and as First Secretary at the Embassy of Canada in Japan. Over the course of her career, she has held various roles at Global Affairs Canada headquarters, including most recently as Director General for Canada's Diplomatic and Trade Mission Network in North America. Just prior to accepting the role of Chief Trade Commissioner, she was part of the Foreign Defence Policy Secretariat, supporting the Prime Minister of Canada in the Privy Council office. Sara is a graduate of York University's International Relations and Economics program, and I am pleased to announce that in recognition of her contributions in supporting Canada's international trade success, the FITT Certification and Accreditation Committee has also granted Sara an honorary CITP designation. We are honored that Sara has accepted. Allow me now to welcome Sara Wilshaw, honorary CITP, to the stage. Thank you for joining us, Sara. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody can hear me. It's wonderful to be here. It is. I'm loving all the fancy dress and all the stories being shared this evening. It's fantastic. Merci beaucoup, Caroline, pour cette présentation si chaleureuse. And thank you to the FITT Certification and Accreditation Committee for such an honor. I am absolutely thrilled to support all that you do and to join your ranks as an honorary certified international trade professional. Before I go any further, I just want to take a second, though, to acknowledge that I'm joining you virtually from the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. And I'm grateful to all of you for joining from the territories and communities in which you're located. This gala, to mark the Forum for International Trade Training's 30th anniversary, is definitely a time for celebration. But it's also really important for those of us who live and work in an increasingly globalized world to recognize that there is a senseless tragedy unfolding in Ukraine right now from President Putin's unprovoked and unjustifiable invasion. And le Canada condamne cette action horrible et se tient aux côtes de peuples ukrainiens ainsi que des plus de 1,5 million d'Ukrainiens déplacés par cette violence. So, especially in times of crisis, when trade is disturbed, the work that all of you do is so important, and that should be celebrated tonight, as well as all of the designation milestones many of you have reached. As Caroline mentioned, Global Affairs Canada and the Trade Commissioner Service have a long-standing partnership with FITT, fueled by our common goal to support and inspire Canadian businesses as they expand into new global markets. De plus, le Service délégué commerciaux du Canada est observateur au conseil d'administration de FITT. Il me fait plaisir de vous revoir tous virtuellement et de continuer notre travail ensemble. And a fun fact about FITT's founder, Dieter Holwick, he actually worked at the Trade Commissioner Service, first as a summer student in 1970, I'm told, and I think trade must have been his passion because he apparently returned to the Trade Commissioner Service and worked with us for another 4 years. So just like Dieter and so many of you here tonight celebrating long-standing service, I also have a passion for international trade. And as Canada's Chief Trade Commissioner, I know that we couldn't help so many businesses reach new heights and new international markets without the work all of you do every single day. So thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Cette vidéo que nous venons de regarder a vraiment mis en lumière ce travail qui est tellement intéressant. And I can't help but brag about a couple of Canada's trade commissioners working in 100, well, we have many trade commissioners working 160 offices around the world. And I know many of you are here tonight marking 5, 10, 15, even 20 years as CITPs. I even see a former Chief Trade Commissioner is here tonight, Ken Sundquist. Lovely to have you here too. It's really exciting. But let me just highlight a couple of examples. You saw in the video there, Mexico-based Trade Commissioner Robert Landry, you just saw him celebrating 10 years as a CITP. He's been helping Canadian companies explore clean tech and ICT exports and business development opportunities in Mexico since he joined the mission in 2021. But before that, he worked at the Trade Commissioner Service Regional Office in Montreal for more than 15 years, and he helped so many companies succeed on the global stage while he was there. We also have Mariangela Cachuela, a Trade Commissioner based in the Philippines, and she's a new CITP. With 10 years of experience as a trade commissioner, she was instrumental in helping a Canadian company clear a $120,000 shipment of beef that was put on hold because it was missing expiry dates. Marie contacted the chief of the meat and export division in the Philippines, and she coordinated with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to trace the shipment and get more information to show that that beef was of the good Canadian quality that we love. Je suis très fière de tous nos délégués commerciaux. You guys connect businesses on the ground with their opportunities. You give them the export market knowledge, and you provide them with essential contacts. You help businesses and our economy grow, and FITT helps all of you grow. More than 1,000 former and current Trade Commissioner Service employees have taken at least one FITT course, and more than 200 trade commissioners are out there with a CITP designation, supporting the work of all our Canadian businesses abroad. À tous les passés présents ce soir, votre expertise aidera le commerce international alors que nous nous dirigeons vers une reprise économique. You are well prepared to respond to new circumstances, to navigate businesses around unexpected obstacles, and to find solutions to keep trade flowing. We can't let these challenges keep us from growing our international trade. For Canadian exporters, recovery and future prosperity depend on continuing to reach new markets, new customers, and new partners around the world. Et en cette période difficile, cela signifie également qu'il faut préserver les opportunités que nous avons déjà. And over the longer term, our focus will definitely turn to the what of supply chains. What goods and services are critical for our prosperity? We're looking at these questions now. And for that, the Trade Commissioner Service will continue doing what we have been doing for more than 125 years, helping Canadian companies to expand into new markets, to attract investment to Canada, and to improve the rules-based trading system that enables global supply chains to function properly and efficiently. We are also doing what we can to help create more opportunities for companies to succeed in new international markets. Dans le cadre de la stratégie de diversification des exportations du Canada, nous adoptons une démarche inclusive du commerce. Because if we're going to build back better and together, we need to support a recovery that is sustainable and inclusive. And trade works best when everyone benefits, including underrepresented groups such as women, racialized and young people, new Canadians and Indigenous peoples, all the wonderful people of Canada. And we know that, for example, just with adding women and ensuring full and equal inclusion of women, we can add up to $150 billion to our economy by 2026. C'est pourquoi il est prioritaire pour le Canada et le FITT d'aider les femmes à élargir leurs activités et exporter vers de nouveaux marchés. So we're working closely with Canadian exporters to help them take advantage of our 15 free trade agreements as well. This gives them preferential access to 2/3 of the global economy and markets covering over 1.5 billion potential customers. And we're the first G7 country to have a free trade agreement with all of the other G7 countries. These agreements are bridges for Canadian companies to reach new markets worldwide. Nous continuons de collaborer avec nos partenaires internationaux, y compris au sein de G20, de l'APEC, de la NAS et de l'OMC, afin de rendre les chaînes d'approvisionnement plus résilientes, de réduire le plus possible les restrictions au commerce, de diversifier les relations commerciales et de soutenir le commerce fondé sur des règles. By working with like-minded international partners to strengthen the rules-based trading system, we can ensure the transparency, predictability, diversity, security, and sustainability of those really important global supply chains. CITPs can't predict what will happen in the future, but your specialized knowledge and your experience are an incredibly vital resource for the success of Canadian businesses and will give more exporters the confidence they need to go global. And with the Trade Commissioner Service, we are so proud to work with all of you and our fantastic partners, just like EDC, to achieve that success. Je vous souhaite à tous de nombreuses autres années de succès alors que nous poursuivons notre travail pour aider les entreprises canadiennes à conquérir les marchés étrangers et pour ouvrir la voie à la reprise économique. Congratulations once again to FITT and to all the trade professionals celebrating here tonight. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the gala.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. Is everybody having a good time? Wave your hands. Do something crazy out there. Let's see a little bit of spirit. Oh, yes. I see all getting down. Well, it's now time to get to know our international trade community just a little bit better. So we have an 8-question quiz, and I want everyone to participate. Are you ready? If you're ready, give me those thumbs up out there. Looking all around. Amazing. All right, here we go. All you need to do is read the question. It'll be posted as a poll, and select your best answer. If you're ready, then I won't prolong any more. Let's start with question number 1. Here we go. How many languages do you speak fluently? We've got 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more. Let's see that poll coming in. Here we go. And we are looking for our attendees to come on in. And I can see, has anybody answered our question out there? Excellent. Well, we are going to move on to question number 2. Oh, you know what, guys? I want you to actually look at our poll up on the screen. Do you see that? If you see our poll up on the screen, we're going to bring it up. If not, please enter your number into the chat. In order to access the poll, you'll need to click on your bottom title bar and click poll. Do you see that in the bottom? I'm getting a few getting a few no's. So there is on your bottom bar. And if you can't see it, that's okay. You're going to play along in our chat. So we're going to move on to question number 2. And that is, how many countries have you visited on business trips? Either A, 1 to 3, B, 4 to 6, C, 7 to 10, or D, too many to count. All right, type those answers into the chat. If your poll hasn't come up, we're going to go see. Oh, right, too many to count. All right, folks, here we go. We can also, do me a favor, you can chime in by holding up either a 1, 2, 3, or 4. We're going to move on to question number 3. What is your favorite aspect of international business? Is it 1, travel, 2, intercultural relationship building, 3, dynamic, ever-changing landscape, or 4, all of the above? One, 2, 3, or 4. I'm getting a lot of all of the above. All of the above. James definitely thinks it's all of the above. All right, we're moving on to question number 4. What is your least favorite aspect of international business? This is kind of a funny question. Is it 1, language barriers, 2, managing currency risk, 3, scheduling around time zones, or 4, navigating shipping costs and delays? You can hold it up for me. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me see what you've got. All right, we've got a lot of varying answers coming in. Question number 5, our area of expertise. What is your area of expertise? Is it, and hold up your fingers, is it 1, financing, 2, sales and marketing, 3, logistics, or 4, you are a Jack or Jane of all trades, master of them all? Let me see. Oh, we got a few 2s, a few 1s, any 4s? Oh, okay, we've got some amazing 4s. Perfect. I'm like that too. All right, question number 6. This is fun. When you see images of the Ever Given stuck in the Suez Canal, what is the first thing that springs to your mind? Is it 1, driving lessons, 2, Incoterms, 3, supply chain delays, or 4, cargo insurance? Hold them up. Supply chain delays. I got a lot of 3s. Yes, I see that. Yeah, that's what we had to deal with, didn't we? It wasn't a fun time, but we can all laugh about it now, can't we? Nobody's laughing. Okay, we're not laughing yet. Too soon. Fair enough. Question number 7. If we could grant an honorary CITP designation to 1 person, who would your vote go to? 1, Celine Dion. 2, Ryan Reynolds. 3, Oprah. Or 4, Jeff Bezos? Hold up your answer right now. Is it 1, Celine? 2, can you scroll back down? Is it 1, Celine, 2, Ryan Reynolds, 3, Oprah, or 4, Jeff Bezos? There we go. Let's see those answers. We got 4 Bezos lovers over there. Okay. Bezos is good for the trade industry, I can see. And 8. This is our final question. What is the best piece of advice you would give to entrepreneurs looking to export for the first time? All right. Big answers here. Raise your fingers. Is it 1, pack a lot of patience? 2, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Great quote. 3, don't venture into new markets alone. Look for partners. Or 4, throw in the towel right now. 1. So nobody's saying jump boat right now. All right, so we've got some ones. We got a few. Wow. You know what, everyone? I really feel like I've gotten to know you all. Well, that was fun. Now, what you've all been waiting for. If you haven't yet, grab or top up your beverage and get ready to socialize. We will be randomly placing you in breakout rooms for you to network with other members of this amazing international trade community. Look for a message to join your room. You will have until 6:55 Eastern Time to informally introduce yourselves, get acquainted, or in some cases, reacquainted. And of course, it's all about having fun. Don't forget to snap some pics and use the hashtag CITP Gala 2022 and hashtag FITTIS30 and tag FITT social media accounts. We will see you back on the main stage just before 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will announce our photo contest winners and wrap up the show. Welcome back, everyone. That was fun. Did everybody have a great time? Wave your hand. Let me see your enthusiasm. Oh, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I hope you enjoyed the networking. Before we wrap up for the evening, we would like to announce the winners of the photo contest. How many of you guys submitted some photos in? A few of you did, and I want to thank everyone for participating and for sharing your enthusiasm for this gala and our international trade community. So, we have 2 winners. There were 2 very incredible photos that came in, and our first winner is Adriana Carrero. And the crowd goes wild. All right, and our second prize winner of the evening goes to Audrey Ross. Yeah, you did it. You did it, Audrey. You did it. I love your earrings. They look fantastic. All right. Well, we truly appreciate your participation, and feel free to continue to post, share, and comment all over social media. I want to thank you, everyone, for joining us on this virtual soiree. A very special thanks goes out to our keynote speakers, and congratulations again to our milestone and newly minted honorary CITPs. So great to see you, and we look forward to recognizing and celebrating all again next year at our annual FITT CITP Anniversary Gala, the 2023 edition. Until we meet again, I'm Jody Litvak. Keep well, everyone.